What is up, guys? Pie Muffin here, and we are back with another Tales of the Rays video. Today, we finally have some news for the 3rd-year anniversary that's going to be dropping in less than 2 days from now. It is at a different time than it normally is for events. Normally, we have it at 1400 Japan Standard Time, which is, for me, Eastern Time is usually midnight. But it looks like they're pushing it an hour later because they're going to be doing a final maintenance. So that's cool. I was wondering when they were going to start posting because they were kind of late. Because you figure there's 4 characters they have to post 4 days before. It's already the 26th, but they decide. It looks like they're going to do it in batches of 2. So they posted Velvet and Vague today, and then they'll do Asbel and Little Queen tomorrow before the banners go live, presumably. So we have Velvet's outfit and artwork right here. As most people expected, it is the final fight against Artorias. You can see the part where she actually takes Artorias' sword and does what she does in the game, which is actually a huge spoiler if you have not played the game yet. So there is that. And then it looks like they're showcasing a new 5-star she has where she actually does use her claw for this giant like fire explosion, which is pretty cool. And then down here for Vague, I won't be able to tell you what scene this is because I haven't actually gotten to this point of the game yet. But what I do know, like for the artwork I'm specifically talking about. But as for the scene, I can tell you this is from the opening when you see him charging against Milhouse. And then I guess this is going to be his new 5-star. It looks like some kind of like frozen attack of some kind. I don't actually know the art offhand. Very cool that they're actually including the fact that they are wearing spirit gears in this stuff right here. Yep, she has it too. Asbel is the only one with the short end of the stick here because he doesn't have a spirit gear yet because they decided to go with Sophie first. But I'm sure Asbel will get one sooner or later. So that's it for the post for right now. So it is coming out on the 28th. We are going to go live. We are going to stream again. And we're going to see the new game mode. Because presumably the new game modes they mentioned for the anniversary will come out immediately. Even if they don't, we'll still hang out for like an hour. We'll go through the new tower. Even if the new tower mode isn't there yet, we can still go through the normal tower. We'll go through the training mode if it's live. If it's not a big deal. We'll go through the raid event. We'll do some summons. Like I mentioned before, I'm probably going to do 3 multis on this. I would definitely say Vague and Velvet are top priorities here, just to kind of make them a little stronger. Velvet, I can't really do too much with unless I really just pull her Mirror Jar. It's a new 5-star. But I guess I could use her old 5-stars as well. And then with Vague, I can definitely use copies of his new Mirror Jar. That'll definitely go a long way to making him quite a bit stronger. Let's go over some of these other news things, though. So we have our image of Lil Queen, and that's what her free Mirror Jar is going to look like. We have some scenes about the event itself. Very interesting because normally with these anniversaries, it's usually just the character that's related to the villain that we get or the raid character. But it seems like Vague and Velvet are going to be involved in whatever this event entails. And this is a new background right here with this little house and everything. So that's pretty cool. So there's that. Capture Battle Little Queen. There is going to be a maintenance until the stuff goes live. So 1200 JST to 1500 JST. So what is that? That's 3 hours. So what is that? That's like 10 to 1. So 10 o'clock tomorrow night. Just look up 12 o'clock JST on Google and it'll translate to whatever your time zone is. Okay. So we can actually go over what's actually being added. So this is actually what I wanted to talk about. So we can go over the stuff that we're actually going to be checking out on stream. Functions, elements implemented in version 3.7.0. So it looks like there might be a new version download as well, possibly. End content, Total War implemented in the Tower of the Fountain. Okay, so I'm wondering if this means there will be 2 towers now or if this is just taking the place. I hope it doesn't take the place because then that shafts a lot of players out of some diamonds and other rewards as well. So we'll see that. Implemented a new secret technique, reserved secret technique. Now, obviously, this is Google Translate, so that's I don't actually know what that means. If someone else can let me know if they know down below. Okay. So this probably has to do with this thing right here. So equipped with Rarity Awakening release function of 3 equipment. I think that's referring to the 3 stars. We heard that mentioned that there would be materials in the new tower that would be able to enhance 3 stars beyond it. So you wouldn't have to feel bad. Like, let's say, for example, you're using first aid for one of your healers. That actually limits the total power that your character is going to have because first aid is always a 3 star. So this function is going to make it so that 3 stars no longer limit your power level because of that. You'll actually be able to increase kind of how strong they are. Implementation of Crest Dojo for battle training. So that's going to be the game mode where you can... I mean, they haven't shown anything on it. We don't know what it looks like yet. But presumably you take a character into the training mode. You have a training dummy. You're allowed to choose different kinds of training dummies, whatever you want to be fighting against. And you can just basically practice combos, like in a fighting game. Implementing character appearance function, that's where characters who aren't playable, so like someone like Claire from Tales of Rebirth, she can still appear in the room, so they'll just kind of, appear every now and then. Or you get to choose, I'm not actually sure how that works. Implementation of function to go to other players' rooms, so people you have added to your friends list, you can presumably go visit them. And from what we read before, you'll be able to kind of leave gifts for them or different stuff of that nature. Implementation of communication function with other players. I assume that's similar to the same stuff. Okay, so we're going to get a 3rd anniversary app icon. So there is going to be a new version download from the App Store. Hopefully there's no issues with that. What is this? Episodes can be added to the Animosphere at the Tower of the Founder Eternal. Okay, I don't know what that means, but I mean, that has to deal with the tower, so we'll see. Change specifications of spirits can be counted in the picture book function. Okay. Expanded the platoon set of Tower of Founder Eternal to 7 set. Okay, so this is having to do with the tower stuff. Change the room UI to button type. Okay. If you touch a character in the room, adjust the characters to... Okay. So there's just a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so they're... Yes! Yes! Thank you. I mean, do it more than that, but this is a good start. So, I'm at the point in the game where I have had to actually start putting stuff into the storage, and I hate using the storage so much. But I have been using it because, I'm just kind of like, I don't really want to sell stuff because I like having one piece of every 3-star or higher just from a collector standpoint. So that way it's easier to just sell stuff when I get stuff I already have full dupes for. So the fact that we're increasing it to 2,000 is great. I can take all that stuff out of storage and I'll be at like 1,060 or something. And it'll be a very long time before I get another 1,000 weapons. So very, very happy about that. And then, obviously, Mirage Arts, you'll be able to hold up to 600. I think I've increased quite a bit already, so I'm not really worried about that. Equipment Magic Mirror will make a new account. Okay, so you just get 100. Okay, so I guess if you... Because this is the max you'll be able to get. You're still going to have to increase it yourself. You're not just immediately going to 2,000. But... I assume every time you upgrade, it'll just go up by 100. Okay. Yeah, it'll give you 100 each, and then, so... I don't know what new players start out with. I forget what the going rate is, but it's probably like 400 or 500 for weapons. And then there's something about, bug that sometimes doesn't act when auto-on during... Okay, so something about some kind of bug error there. And then on the last day, so that's stuff for the maintenance. That's the big maintenance stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff coming there. So we'll have a pretty long stream with all the content we'll have to cover there. Okay, so what this has to do with here is apparently all of these banners are going away. So once the anniversary starts and the maintenance is over, these banners will no longer be here. So if you want to do, because these, if you haven't touched them before, or if you haven't touched them since last anniversary, or before last anniversary, they are half off story multis for the first and second arc. So if you are a new player, these might be something you want to summon on. Maybe try and get lucky with some gear for these characters since it's cheaper. And they basically talk about it here. It's 100 diamonds for a 10 pull, and then if you're spending money, you get a guaranteed 5-star or higher. But for whatever reason, this is going to be replaced with something else. So these are going away, and we're going to get something else in return during the anniversary. It doesn't look like they explain what we're going to be getting, but presumably they're probably just going to make revamped banners of all these different things. So we'll just have to wait and see what they do. And, I've mentioned before that we have no guarantee that they're going to do, free multis, but they've done it every anniversary, and they did for the 1,000 day celebration. So presumably, we have the new banner, that'll drop tomorrow night that will give us, Velvet, Asbel, and Vague. That should have a free multi. And then over the course of the next month, whatever 2 events and story chapter we get in March, so that's 4, those banners, Tales of Link will get a free multi. Because we know that'll be in March, because that's always when the anniversary is. And then whatever story chapter, another event we get. I'm guessing a Spirit Gear banner, which will be interesting, because we've never gotten a free multi on a Spirit Gear banner. But I assume it'll be the same thing where it's like 10 banners, 10 free multis, like they do every year. But as for what the banners could be, we might see some seasonal banners, thrown in here and there. Who knows? But whatever we get, hopefully people can get lucky on that. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything. We've got some of the details for the Mirage Arts. We've got some of the news for Little Queen and her event and when it'll be starting. It'll be starting at 1 a.m. Eastern time for me. And then the maintenance will be going for 3 hours tomorrow night before all this stuff goes live. We'll probably go live 10 or 15 minutes before the anniversary starts, start hanging out, get hyped up for all the new content, because we're definitely going to be a lot of Cress's Dojo we're going to be trying out, and I do plan to do a video series once it's out. Any character, I have, like, a full set of gear, like 4-star and 5 stars, and then, like, double Mirage Arts. I plan to maybe we do some like combo training videos, try and figure out what the best combos could be for each character. So if you're interested in that, definitely let me know down below. And then of course over here, these pickup banners that have been around for as long as anyone can remember are finally going to be going away. So that's going to be it, guys. Let me know if you're all excited for the anniversary. Let me know what you're most excited for down below. Don't forget to subscribe for more if you're new to the channel. I'll see you all next time. Have a wonderful day, everyone.